Hello! So, for the past week, we have been spinning through our minds all of the beautiful features and new information shared with us from the 4 blog posts. Today, we are going into much more depth on the last 2 remaining blog posts, the new music post and the development update blog post. So, just because we're cool like that, today we're going to talk about everything you may have missed while reading the new music blog post and the development update. As always, my name is VenDyer, and let's get right into the video. Before we begin, I wanted to ask, have you heard of the Hytale News Discord before, where you can join in with the largest Hytale community discussing all things Hytale? We host many different community events, with our most upcoming artwork event being hosted very soon. If you're interested in a chance of winning a month of Discord Nitro, the link is in the description. So, starting off today with the new music blog post, the Hytale team commented on their newly produced music tracks, created by composer Oscar Garvin. Over the last year, Hytale composer Oscar Garvin has produced dozens of new records for the game. In Hytale, each zone has a distinct set of music that helps establish its atmosphere and sense of place. Many biomes and points of interest have their own unique soundtracks too, and we're currently looking to ways to incorporate music into other aspects of adventure mode in an equally dynamic way. Below, you'll find 4 new tracks from the Hytale soundtrack, covering areas from Zone 1, 2, and 3. We've also produced some short video clips to give you a sense of the areas where you might hear this music in the game. These tracks are available as part of the Hytale OST playlist on our YouTube channel, along with the 5 pieces we've already released. To help portray the feelings of these newly created music items, we're going to play both the music as well as those short video clips at the same time. Here's one of those scenes, as well as its matching soundtrack, Hytale OST, Herbalist's Refuge. This track is intended to evoke a sense of peaceful exploration in the deep forests and green riverlands of Zone 1. While this region certainly has its dangers, it's also a place that offers sanctuary, and that has, in the past, enjoyed the protection of Gaia herself. Music has the power to make you feel the lore, even if it's not immediately apparent, Oscar says. Next, the Hytale team shares the second and third tracks, which both take place in Zone 2. We will play the first track, Hytale OST, Canyon of the Many Suns, for you now. Oscar explains his thought process for the second track, stating, "I imagine a lost temple hidden deep within a canyon. Traversing treacherous terrain takes effort, and this track attempts to reflect both the mystery of the unknown and the sense of accomplishment that accompanies the end of a long journey." Continuing on, we are treated with the third track from the new music blog post. It seems that Oscar wanted this track to be played within a deep, dark, lost temple upon entering. Here's the track Hytale OST, Ancient Tombs, as well as its matching animated scene. Venture deep into one of these lost temple entrances, and you may hear this track. I imagined a dark desert tomb where you might happen upon an occult ritual, Oscar says. Evil magic runs through the veins of this hidden ruin. The light padding of the drums and the foreboding ringing of the wind instruments truly brings these ancient tombs to life. We can't wait to hear more music from the Hytale team, specifically Oscar. Do you guys have any favorite tracks from what you've listened to so far? If so, let us know in the comments right down below. But lastly, let's not forget Hytale OST Snowfall track. This track takes place in Zone 3 and focuses on gradual crescendos and decrescendos of the horns and other instruments, while lacking any background percussion. It gives us a feeling of emptiness and natural beauty in the piece. This track from Zone 3 is very different, reflecting the wintry climate of this beautiful but frequently dangerous part of Orbis. I imagined a vast snowy landscape with snow on the pine trees with some hints of my home country, Norway, Oscar says. I evoke the feeling of these images in my mind and choose instruments and harmonies accordingly. I write in this role-playing kind of way and try to give them a level of cinematic immersion to the player. You might think that this is just another one of Oscar's Hytale tracks, but as he stated, this particular track previously has personal meaning to it, as it reminds him of the densely forested hills and vast snow-covered mountains that hints towards his home country of Norway. Absolutely stunning work on all of the tracks that you've brought out so far, Oscar. We can't wait for so many more to come. As we know, it has been quite some time since the last blog post before these ones, and the Hytale team wished to clarify in the developers update what they had planned for the near future. The Hytale team starts with first of all, we'd like to offer an apology to everyone who has been disappointed by the lack of blog posts over the last couple of months. This has been a year of tremendous opportunities and equally enormous challenges, and it's not always been possible for us to communicate openly, however much we've wanted to do so. We are immensely grateful to everyone who has expressed their excitement for Hytale, produced fan works, or made articles or videos about our game. Your enthusiasm is the reason that we're making Hytale, and also the idea that it's so important that we get it right. The Hytale team continues by mentioning how the initial reaction of Hytale drastically changed everything for their team, and having their first ever solo project obtain such a huge positive reaction was a breathtaking sight for them, but also intimidating. Because of this, it became very important for Hytale to become as great a project as possible, and to do so, the staff team had to take a step back to ensure that they were heading in the correct direction. Hytale is an ambitious project, and we have set high standards for ourselves, but the bar has been raised even higher by the community response. It's fair to say that we weren't prepared for the degree of in-depth analysis that we've received, and we're highly aware of the risks that have faced highly anticipated games in the past. We know we've only got one chance to make a strong first impression with the finished game. At the same time, this is a very fortunate position to be in, particularly for a new studio. The success of the trailer is allowing us to be more ambitious about every part of the project, from the engine itself to our tools, the services surrounding the core game, and how we operate as a company. We've built every aspect of Hytale from scratch, and this is allowing us to make improvements across the board. But even so, the scope of the task ahead is massive. We've previously said that Hytale will be ready when it's ready, because we're serious about providing the community with a game that meets their expectations. We can now be a little bit more specific, factoring in the scale of the project and the high bar we want to hit. We're planning for Hytale to be playable by everyone in 2021. Pop the champagne, cue the fireworks, we have a release date, people. Woohoo! So the blog post does state that they are very aware that this is a much longer time than most of the community were originally anticipating, but they chose this date to ensure the best possible outcome for a great game. However, they say it will be released for everyone in 2021, but that does not leave out the possible chance of betas or stress tests being released maybe sooner. The Hytale team is thankful for the hype that has been formed around their game, and this has allowed them to pursue partnerships with other studios to deliver the best game they can muster. As well, partnerships grant them more resources to play around with, stating that we still don't think that crowdfunding is the best fit for this project, but it's equally vital that we approach potential partners in a way that will allow us to deliver the best results for players and content creators. As players ourselves, we understand the worries that accompany processes like this, the concern that the spirit of the game can get lost as stakes and budgets rise. We want to reassure everyone that this is at the forefront of our minds and that preserving the values of our team and the project is highly important to us. We want Hytale to be bigger and better than you're expecting, and to pull this off as quickly as we reasonably can. But we're not going to rush into anything without considering the needs of our team, the project, and the community. To top it off, Hytale acknowledges that they have been quite quiet for the past several months in the middle of 2019. Whether it's due to setbacks or changes in plans or delays of planned content to be shown in the blog posts, they had to push back the blog posts, and they apologize for not communicating with their community. However, they have made the decision to begin showing us smaller aspects of Hytale that are not yet launch ready. They had previously held themselves back, not wanting to share too much too soon. However, says the Hytale team, we understand entirely those in the Hytale community who would prefer us to be a bit more open about where we're at. So that's what we're going to do from now on. This means that we'll be showing more work-in-progress aspects of the game, which may include features that aren't fully polished yet, or that may change between now and launch. In fact, we'll be actively seeking feedback on certain features to ensure that we're heading in the right direction. Hytale has also been holding back the topic of beta tests, release platforms, and the like, primarily due to the worry of making commitments that they cannot fulfill. They hope we, as a community, understand that their plans are deeply detailed and that they are deeply thankful for our patience, stating, "Your interest in our game means a massive amount to all of us, and we're excited to involve you more closely in the ongoing development of Hytale." In addition to blog posts dedicated to specific features, we're going to start producing broader development updates showing off the work we've been doing as it happens. We're not going to be able to show everything, we're still very mindful of spoilers, but we're planning to open up much more than we have in the past. We're getting things started with a look back over some of the progress that we've made recently. We're also revealing some exciting changes to our engine that has allowed us to overhaul how the game looks with a visual update. And they conclude the blog post with a, once again, thank you for coming with us on this journey. As a community, we should be really thankful for Hytale. We at Hytale News are thankful for all that they have given us in the past year and what they will bring for the future. We know we can speak for everyone in our fantastic community, and we would like to say thank you to every single Hytale team member out there for your passion and your amazing hard work. You show us day in and day out how great of a project you are working on, and we are so excited to see it grow. Anyways, that wraps up today's quick video recap of the last remaining blog posts. You can follow us on our Twitter at Hytale News YouTube to stay up to date with all things Hytale and know precisely when a new video will drop. With that being said, we hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, make sure to leave a like on the video to show your awesome support, and please don't forget to subscribe. We also have the largest and most active Discord server regarding all things Hytale, so if that interests you whatsoever, feel free to hop in. The link should be in the description right down below. You can join us there to talk about all things Hytale and just help us, discuss future topics and such for the Hytale News YouTube channel. Anyways, my name is Ven, and this has been Hytale News. Toodles!